Hello again, all life path number sixes. Yes, we've got a little bit of a different layout for the February readings for life path number sixes for 2020. This way I've put my camera sort of type thing on my computer and down where you can actually see the cards. We're going to do a horseshoe spread with my trusty Archangel cards here. We've also got 4 extra cards over here. We've got 1 extra message from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and we have 3 cards from the Gilded Tarot, which is going to be clarifying your love life. Major themes at the moment, the Cancer eclipses and the Capricorn eclipses. Capricorn deals with your working life, finances, business, all that sort of type thing. And Cancer's home, family, love life, all that sort of type thing. So just for a little while, with the eclipses, it takes 6 months for the eclipses to work through. So that's what is coming up in the cards at the moment. So now I'm going to just say a little bit of a spiel here. I ask you to accept the messages that resonate with you in love and light, and leave the messages that don't resonate with you or someone else in love and light for them. I'm going to get to putting your cards out now, placing the cards. Some very good cards for the first one. 9 of Raphael, 6 of Michael, 7 of Ariel. Solutions, it's a major arcana card, number 14. 10 of Raphael, the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I have to just rearrange this table over here. We have the 6 of Ariel, and your central card is the Knight of Raphael. We're going to also clarify the cards too now. I'm doing it this way. I'm also going to turn over these other 4 cards. So you've got the Wisdom of the Oracle card is Truth Be Told. You have the Hermit, 6 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords. And that's your love reading part of it. And we'll see, because most of the readings I've done, they kind of tie into the main spread here. So we're going to start with the central card, and all these other cards pull off of the central card, and it's the Knight of Raphael. I'm just looking down at your cards on the table at the same time. The Knight of Raphael is romantic, dramatic, poetic, and introspective. It says committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. With this knight in particular, it's the Knight of Cups in normal traditional tarot. This is the seeker of a soulmate relationship. It can also be a lot of trial and error in relationships. This is the person looking for the perfect relationship. So there's many fair maidens, there's many, and I'm not gender specific here, this can be male or female, looking for that specific person. So we'll see what these other cards have to say off of that card. Your past card is the 9 of Raphael, which is a very good card. It says, make a wish, dreams become reality, a joyful time in life. And this is in your past. So this is a manifestation or a wish that you've had in the past that is coming to fruition. If you haven't made this wish, or it's not quite manifested yet, let's just say it's coming in the next, I want to say 3 months. This is all going to play out in the next 3 months. So be on the lookout for synchronicities, all that sort of type thing. Think back, if you've written your list down, as I suggest you do when you do manifesting, wishes and intentions. Read back over some of the things that you've wished for in life or tried to manifest, because they're coming in the next 3 months. Like it says, make a wish, dreams become reality, a joyful time in life. So you're heading into a joyful time of life. Now this could be either in relationships or life in general, basically. Your present card is the 6 of Michael. Now this is coming into clearer waters when you get this card. This is also a little bit of baggage that you have to deal with for this joyful time in life to come. You might have been through some sort of traumas. See all the clouds at the back here. There's even jagged rocks down here that you're sailing over. So you don't want this boat to hit this jagged rock. The big suggestion with this card is that you deal with all your past trauma, that you're not taking it into the future, because this is your present card. You've been given this period of time to deal with what, all these storm clouds and things, especially at the moment with a lot of things that are going on. A lot of past traumas are coming up for people. Even I've had people on my Facebook page saying that, they're having sleepless nights or they're waking up and all these memories are coming back from the past. They're coming up for a reason to be dealt with, so you're not dragging it into your future, because you've got a very bright future coming. I will read what it says. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. Just looking down here, we've got no other travel cards, so I don't think it's travelling. I actually think this card is all to do with what's going on at the moment for collective people, for everybody. Because all these emotions are coming up to be dealt with, so that your future is clear. You're not carrying this baggage into the future. Because your future card here is the Seven of Ariel, which is the Seven of Coins in the normal traditional tarot. The Seven of Coins is waiting for your harvest to come in. Okay, you're being given a little bit of time to deal with all this stuff, because, these dreams and whatever, like I said, they haven't become a reality yet. You're being given time, especially if this is still your future card here. It says you have invested wisely, have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavour. So, next endeavour, keep writing out those wishes and intentions, because you've got this card here saying that what you've done in the past is coming into effect at the moment. So, but don't stop manifesting just because you get whatever's on your wish list, or it might only be one or two things. It depends what you've put out there in the universe is how much you get back. But don't stop. This is still tilling the soil. This is still, watering the plants. This is still making sure that everything is fertile. This is doing the work, getting rid of the baggage or the dead leaves, if you like, in life. But this is your future card. It's coming. It's just not right now, okay? But don't stop manifesting. Your best path to follow, we've got two major arcana cards down here, is the solutions card, okay? The solutions will be given to you if you ask, it says. Success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, if I can speak right, forgiving and healing energies. So forgiving and healing energies, this is where this card is jumping out at me. As one of your main cards, you have to have that forgiving, healing energy sort of type thing to deal with this baggage. Doesn't matter what all these storm clouds and stuff are, forgive it and release it, let it go, because this is a pretty bright future here. Like it says, it's the light at the end of the tunnel. You just need to deal with the baggage in that boat. You're given the solutions as well. Success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, again, patience, it takes patience for this harvest to come in. Don't get into a position where, you think it's never ever going to happen, because it is. This card's telling you that it's coming. So does the Nine of Raphael, and so does the Six of Michael, saying you're coming into clearer skies. It is coming. Your best path to follow is just carry on with what you're doing, get rid of the baggage. The solutions will be given to you, and this is with Archangel Zadkiel. You can actually call on this angel too, and he will give you the solutions. Because your environments card, is a very good card, is the Ten of Raphael. or the Ten of Cups, if you like. This is a stable environment, stable home life, stable family life, whatever you've tried to manifest in. It's all about your stability in life and the people around you, okay? There might have been a few things that have happened, like in this card here, and even with the Knight of Raphael, like I said, he's a bit of a, although it's not gender specific, he's a bit of a dreamer, if you like. He's looking for a soulmate. He thinks somebody's his soulmates, and then he gets to the point where he realizes that he doesn't actually know that person that well, and it's not the soulmate sort of type thing. It's just it's a night on a quest, if you like. So if things haven't worked out, especially in a relationship sort of type thing, just know that there is somebody coming. I'll get into your love reading because those cards are quite telling over there at the moment. But this is having a stable base. Without a stable base in life, you can't build anything else on it. And you're at a 10, okay? 10s are ends of cycles. You're coming to the end of the cycle here. I'll read what it says at the bottom. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members, happily ever after. You started with the 9 of Raphael here. You've gone to the 10. Your next endeavour, or your next, what you're aiming for, is to go to the page, then the knight, then the queen, and then the king. So that's how tarot cards kind of work. You're going through phases. So you started with the 9, you've got the 10. You've actually got the knight in the central card as well. And so, but that's your overall for, this whole of February sort of type thing. You're looking for the stability, and it is here. You just have to deal with whatever's happened from the ace to the 9 and 10 here, and get rid of that baggage. You've done and dusted with that. You're over this sort of type thing, and you're actually moving forward because you've got the, your hopes and fears here is the Wheel of Fortune, and that's your other major arcana card. So the wheel is starting to turn in your favour, okay? That's what I'm saying with your first card there. Make a wish, dreams become a reality, a joyful time in life. So, the wheel is spinning in your favour now, okay? It says, new beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness, okay? So this is what you've kind of been manifesting as well, a change in direction that offers you happiness. Again, it's taking you, you've had to have the patience for this to happen. Things like this don't just happen in the timing we want. The universe has its own timing, and until you've done and dealt with all these things in between, from the ace to the 10, then it can be, recreated for you, sort of type thing, or manifested for you. But yeah, that's in your hopes and fears, that Wheel of Fortune. Like it says here, end of delays, sort of type thing. I'm just trying to find the right words here. The delays always happen because it's not the right timing. Spirit has its own timing, sort of type thing. And this, 7 of Ariel here is saying that it's just not quite yet. Okay, you're still going to have that patience. I think more that this reading is about you, dealing with all the past baggage, so that this new beginning, once you've dealt with that baggage, this new beginning can happen. Your outcome card here is the 6 of Ariel. It says, excuse me, material needs get fulfilled in magical ways and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving and receiving with a grateful heart. This is what I mean, you've manifested all this sort of type thing. You've got these sorts of cards here. that, you know, for this card here, there's a balance in the universe too. The balance has to be right before you get your wishes fulfilled. But definitely, you know, you've got the wish card here. The wishes will be fulfilled, okay, in magical and unexpected ways. It might not be exactly how you've written it down on a piece of paper, but it's going to be for your best possible outcome, sort of type thing. Spirit knows better than most of us what we need in life. So again, if you have a look here, you've gone from the 6 to the 7 sort of thing. This is all going up in a line. This was down in this corner, this is up in, this was down in this corner, this is up in this corner. But I'm going to pull a clarifying card on the 6 of Ariel. Like it says, material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving and receiving with a grateful heart. And just keep your intentions positive as well. You want one clarifying card. So we got the Knight of Gabriel, and it says, time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. So that's clarifying that 6. So I'm guessing that you're well on your way, up and running sort of type thing. You know, you're going to have the means to, you know, do whatever you want at the moment. Especially with this one, if you can see, it's like a scale here. It's being weighed out sort of type thing. This is give and take. You give, you end up receiving. Okay, so whatever you give, you get back as receiving. Especially with the Knight of Gabriel here. You know, Gabriel's the wand suit, it's the fire suit if you like. You know, it's a great passion sort of type thing. Time to take action, instinctively knowing just what your next step is going to be. Especially because this one here is saying, you know, review your progress and make plans for your next endeavour. Your next endeavour is coming very soon, okay? The universe is going to give you exactly what you asked for. Not exactly how you've asked for it, but it's going to be the best possible scenario for where you are at the moment. Your wisdom of the oracle card here is truth be told, okay? I'm going to relate it back to this card because it keeps jumping out at me. Truth be told on these situations that you're dealing with in these, as in there's usually 6 swords in this boat. You need to tell yourself the truth, okay? Or the truth might be told to you about the situation, so you can clear it up and into these clear skies that you're going into. Don't embellish things, don't make them pass any worse than they were or any better than they were. We all have lessons in life to learn, but it's now, you know, it's written in the Akashic records, if you like, the truth is being told. You don't, what's the word I want to use? Don't embellish the truth, okay? You've been through maybe some horrific things. There's many people on this planet that have been, but it's now time to deal with that. Tell yourself the truth, forgive it, let it go, and move on to the bright future. I'm going to go now to your love reading, and just remember that one, the truth be told. I'm going to put this one up here by your number here, because you've got some pretty major cards, and I think I'm going to just move these over because I'm going to pull some more cards on here. You've got the Hermit, you've got the 6 of Swords again, okay, 6 of Swords, 6 of Swords, but you've also got the 10 of Swords here, and this is why I'm saying you need to deal with what has happened in your past, okay. The Hermit is basically a solitary soul at the moment. Maybe you've come out of a relationship, it's been a little bit traumatic, but again, you need to deal with those 6 swords in the boat, okay? Something to do with the moon here as well. This could be the new The new moon is coming up. Actually, this weekend I'm doing this reading on the 23rd of January. There's a new moon in the sign of Aquarius that might bring this, to light sort of type thing. But these swords have to be dealt with, and it's even in your main reading here, because basically this is you with 10 swords in your back, basically, of all these traumas that have gone on in your love life from past. It could be past relationships. Sorry, that's just our big dog barking in the background. But yeah, I'm going to pull some clarifying cards on this, because this is I feel it's quite traumatic. Okay, 10 swords in your back. These are like, somebody stabbed you 10 times with a sword sort of type thing, or a knife. So it is actually quite traumatic. I'd say you're coming out of when you've come out of a relationship. And like I said, these are general readings. If it doesn't resonate, guys. We'll pull some more clarifying cards, please, on the Ten of Swords. Oh, excuse me, I had sneezes. Elmo. Elmo, be quiet. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. There's just people across the road, so the big dog's barking at it. Okay, quite telling cards. You've got the Hermit, you've got the Six of Swords, and you've got the Ten of Swords, and I'll pull 3 more cards. You've got the Fool. So this is basically having a clean start in life again, a clean slate in your love life. This is you starting again from zero. There's a 0 there. You've also got the Wheel of Fortune again, okay? There's 2 Wheel of Fortune, so that's a big telling one, actually. To get 2 cards of the same, you've got 2 Six of Swords again. So basically what is happening here is you've also got the Queen of Swords here. This is cutting through all the BS, if you like, in life, in relationships. Queen of Swords, she doesn't take any prisoners. She tells it like it is, and she cuts out all the people in life that have basically put her in this situation. She no longer puts up with garbage. She cuts out the BS in life, if you like. Sorry, the dogs are distracting me. But the Wheel of Fortune is now turning in your favour. Also, you've got it in the main spread here, and you've got it in your love reading. So we can basically pull these cards up. You've got the Hermit, okay? So the Hermit is being by yourself and working on these past traumas. This is the wisdom sort of type thing that you've gained from this lesson. Again, you've got the Six of Swords. You need to deal with all the emotional trauma that you've had, or trauma that you've had, both in personal and working life, all that sort of type thing, and life in general. You've got the wounds, and you have every right to feel a little bit pissed off at it, basically, of what's happened to you in life, but don't basically hang on to these swords, okay? You've had this lesson, it's done and dusted, you don't have to go through it again. Like I said, 2 Six of Swords there, you need to deal with all this trauma that has come up, it can make you even go back to your childhood, anything that's happened in your childhood, or traumas that have happened in your childhood. You've got a new start here, though, after you've dealt with all this BS, if you like. You've got the the Fool card here, as in, a new start. You've also got the Wheel of Fortune for the second time in this reading. The wheel is now spinning in your favour, and you've also got the wisdom of the Queen of Swords and the Hermit, to never let that sort of happen again, something I want to say, but it's on the tip of my tongue. Boundaries, that's it. You need to now know your clear boundaries in a relationship, okay? The universe is teaching you to put up boundaries and to accept nothing less than those boundaries that you have in place now. So the Queen of Swords is all about these boundaries, you know. She won't hesitate to walk out the door if the boundaries have been crossed, okay? If it's not the right person, she's just off out that door and she cuts out all in between BS. So I'm going to pull one more card for, oh, there it is. You've got the Five of Swords. This is all the arguments, fighting, and this is also what you're dealing with. I'm just looking at these because I'm going in a sequence here. 5, you've got the 6. You know, you're over all this sort of type thing. You don't have to basically put up with people stabbing you in the back sort of type thing. You know, you've got the Ten of Swords here as well. I actually want to put those cards this way. I feel that's more appropriate. You know, all this sort of stuff. This is arguments, fighting, backstabbing, abuse. And if you're in an abusive relationship, all that sort of type thing. Now it's time to deal with all those swords in the boat sort of type thing. This is an end of a cycle. It's a 10. All the cycle is ending out, but you need to deal, because you've got this card twice in your reading. You need to deal with all these past traumas from this relationship, past traumas from life, basically. Anything that's happened that's coming up and that you feel that you need to deal with. You can also contact me for a personal reading to give you a hand with this. But yeah, this is kind of why I think this Knight of Raphael has come out here in the central place. You know, this is the first card is your strongest card. And this can be, like I said, it's not my favourite card, the Knight of Raphael here. It can be very a lot of fair maidens, fair gentlemen, whatever. But yeah, this is not your soulmate. It is not the person for you. You've had this lesson for a reason. Now it's time to basically deal with all those swords in the boat. You can get up and out of this situation. You've done, you've dusted. That's the end of the cycle. And now you've got this Fool card, okay? You've ended that cycle out. You're back at the beginning. You've got a clean slate. And yeah, life basically goes on, okay? So I'm going to leave your reading there, but definitely with that Fool card, you know, especially this card here, truth be told, you can see that. A lot of truths have probably come out as well. None of us are perfect. I'm not saying you're right and the other person's wrong or vice versa, but you've had this lesson for a reason and the truth is now being told, okay? So I'm going to leave your reading there. Interesting one, guys, but just remember, you know, that Wheel of Fortune is now spinning in your favour as long as you do the work on yourself and your circumstances here. Remember, we're at the beginning of a new year and a new decade, so you've got a bit of time. You know, the next 10 years will be in another 10-year cycle. So, and a lot of these eclipses and things have occurred for this very reason of your reading. So I'm going to leave you now. Love and light, everybody. But like I say, if you need a personal reading, Sun, Moon, Tarot, and numerology, you can basically contact me at my Facebook page, Sun, Moon, Tarot, Numerology, or my website, sunmoontarot.co.nz, if you need a personal reading, because this is quite a heavy reading. But there's a lot of us going through this at the moment, so you're not alone. And like I say, I'm always available for a personal one-on-one reading. We can work with your specific energies. So love and light, guys, and I will see you, if not before, I will see you for the March readings